Oh, thanks, Doctor. So last week on Loving Living Local, we introduced you to Heidrich's Colorado Tree Farm Nursery. This week, the fourth-generation family-owned and operated business gives us irrigation tips to beat the heat this time of year. Heidrich's Colorado Tree Farm Nursery, serving the community since 1977, a fourth-generation business. All right, we're still with Levi here. It is hot outside, yeah. Levi. Give me some irrigation tips for this time of year.
It's going to be crazy because we've been so dang cool and rainy all spring and even early summer, and then Mother Nature is going to flip the switch to the 90s and the heat advisories, and people aren't going to know what hit them, and their plants are. So kind of my thing is, hey, you're thirsty, you get thirstier quicker, you're sweating more, so are your plants. So they need more water now. If the heat goes up, the humidity levels drop, the wind's blowing, those are the three things that suck the water out of stuff. So we've got a couple things that we usually like to talk about is newly planted stuff versus established stuff. If you just had a tree planted this spring or just recently in the last few weeks, a new potted shrub or a perennial, you're gonna have to start watering more frequently now that we've gotten hot. Trees are a little bit different than plants. So like behind us are these, we call them balled and burlap trees. They have big clay root balls that are in a burlap sack, a wire basket. When you water those, you're going to turn your hose on real slow and you're going to let it drip for several hours. The idea is to put water on very slow so it soaks in, but then we're not going to water it again until it dries out, and that's because we're dealing with a clay root ball versus something that's grown in a pot. If you had a little potted shrub or perennial or something like that that's in a light soilless media, you might have to water that every day if it's hot and dry. And I think the biggest thing is check the soil. Like, it's hard to look at a plant and just say, oh, that's too wet or that's too dry. The symptoms on top are the same if you drown it or if you underwater it, except one usually kills it and one you can revive it. So the big thing is get your hands dirty, dig down, feel that soil, see if it's moist, see if it's dry. If the soil is muddy and smells horrible, you're too wet. Then you got to back off on that water.
It's that finding that happy medium for sure.
It is, it is.
And so what, in terms of tools and accessories, like what do you guys offer for the community?
So we've got several different options. The first tool is education, like understanding what kind of soil do you have, or my plant's new. We can look at pictures of your plant if you're not sure. We can give you some ideas, but the first tool is knowledge, like understanding how to check how to water. We have different options as far as like drip irrigation hoses. These are soaker hoses that you can put around your tree. You turn it on, it'll ooze water very slowly over a long period of time. We have what we call a water bag. They come in two different models. One looks like a big volcano, one looks like a donut. They hold about 14 gallons of water. You put it around your tree. The donut, or excuse me, the volcano bag is one we sell the most of. You zip it up, fill it with a garden hose, and it'll slowly drip water out for like 2 or 3 hours. That way you don't have to leave things running. It's not on a timer, you go fill it and forget it. And that's a great tool. I think they sell for about 22 bucks. We go through hundreds and hundreds of these suckers, and it's just an easy way to put water on in the right application.
How is your team, and specifically your family, always staying ahead of the curve? Because it seems like you've got all the knowledge and the customers have all the answers.
Right, so I mean,
questions.
We're lucky that, like, between my brother and my sister and I, we have nearly 90 years of experience all in Colorado, so we're born and raised here. My wife's an avid gardener, and we're always looking at things that are changing. How can we make it easier for our customers? But then our staff is trained by us, and if they have, some of them have previous plant knowledge. Many of them have gone through the Colorado program to get their CCNP, so they're Colorado certified nursery professionals, and a lot of them are gardeners, so they're familiar with the different places in Colorado Springs, El Paso County, and how to keep things looking good and how to help you guys keep things looking good.
All right, where are you located? Everybody's got to come out here.
We're up on the northeast side of Colorado Springs on Woodman Road. The address is 7440 Templeton Gap Road. Online, a website's a great place to research us. That's coloradotreefarmnursery.com. We've got a great Facebook page, a great Instagram page, so there's a lot of ways to find us. But we encourage everybody to come out. We serve the entire El Paso County area. We even go up to Woodland Park, Teller County, and I got to go to Lyman next week, so we'll go anywhere, but we really focus on El Paso County.
And you've got some cool PDFs on the website.
We do. If
correct?
You go online on our About Us page and then I think the FAQ page, you can download PDFs on how to water, winter watering, summer watering, just all sorts of information on our website.
Levi, you're the best. I think your parents are really proud of what you've helped create and establish here.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, back to you. Oh, so special. A fourth-generation family-owned and operated business. This segment has been sponsored by Heidrich's Colorado Tree Farm.